Celestial rising, divine afternoon, and grand night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's your divine reflection, divine messenger. And we are back with another, ain't nothing on the TV, so don't worry about it. Message, you understand? You understand. So, of course, I gotta make sure I keep it down as well, because we're in a hotel, so I know people gotta work and they gotta get up early. So I don't wanna exude too much emotion to the point to where somebody knocking on the wall and then I gotta talk with the authorities or the people down at the desk in the hotel and all that. But man, oh yeah, hold on, let me show y'all something too. So this is what some of the snacks they got, right? Smoked almonds. And as a matter of fact, I want y'all to really be able to see this real quick. So here's some of the stuff that they got real quick. Hold on, I just want to show y'all real quick. So, oh yeah. Dang. Hey, make sure you're taking iron. If you got vitamins that you need, your vitamin D, all of that, you need to take those. That's serious. Licorice, all sorts. Y'all ever heard of that? Hey, look, this is how it look too. And then they got this old-fashioned liquor. I'm not drinking that, by the way, but this is crazy. What else y'all got? Y'all ever seen this before? Soffles, all natural over roasted? Okay. I ain't gonna lie, this do look fire though. You feel me? But that ain't the point of this video. That's not the point of this video, right? No, I just wanted to just show y'all though. The point of this video is basically to help you understand that you can go wherever you want whenever you travel within the mindset, because in the mind you have no passport, but in the physical you have to give your passport to the people who are gatekeepers for what border you're going to travel into. And I was just walking down, because I'm basically around everything, so I'm near, I ain't gonna tell you where I'm at, but I'm by a lot of things. I can see the tower, I can go by the river, I can go to a store, I got a lot of stuff around me, which is very beautiful. But I was just thinking about, I really want to help somebody be able to see that, I got a pen? Be able to see that you're able to travel wherever you decide to go to, but you have to be able to understand what lucid dreaming will do for you, because this is how powerful this shit get. And I'm only saying that because I remember being young, I could only see this area or this landmass, this subterranean realm on TV. And as time progressed, as I kept on training my mindset to be stronger, to develop that vision that I wanted to see, now divinity has brought me to a location that I could only see through a TV screen. As a carbonated man, just with the background that I have, and not saying it's the same for you, but think about how people like us, we don't really get to travel like that. We don't really use our mind like that. That's why I'm very grateful, because there are some people who only go down to their city to go travel, or down to, towards their neighborhood, or just somewhere an hour from, wherever they're living in a state. But people aren't actually just going to different places besides Florida or Panama City or Savannah, California. Like, that's cool, but not everybody gets to have the opportunity of traveling. And I just wanted to give you this expense on how you're able to not only have and retain so much energy for you to want to give back for your trip, but how you're able to start receiving these different frequencies that you're able to transmit for the physical experience that you're able to now walk around and embody. Because as I'm walking around and embodying just the observation, this realm in London is like they're stuck in the 1600s, but they're currently with the modern era, if that makes sense. But that's not the point of that video either. So I got key points for us that can help anybody just travel outside of the state that they're living in, the area that they are living in, the constraints that your family has placed you in, because you have to be able to go outside of your guardian's mindset in order for you to travel on your own timing, because your family can keep you back from actually traveling outside your own time zone. That's exactly why you have to be able to go beyond the passport of your mind, because the mind will be that gatekeeper to say, hey, are you allowed to go to these different lands that exist outside of Babylon? And you may think to yourself, man, that looks so nice. I can only dream or envision of being there. But, you know, the thing is, too, that's where jealousy, envy, or different emotions start coming out, because you see somebody doing something that you can only dream of or you can think about, but you're not really thinking about how you can be there right now. So that's exactly what I put, too. The solar awareness doesn't need a plane. You don't need a plane to actually get here, but of course you need a plane to actually get here. So it took me, I want to say it was an 8 hour, because we had to go to Detroit. That was 2 hours, and then we had to get on. So it was like a 8-9 hour flight. But the thing is, too, your consciousness is the vehicle that you are traveling into. And the thing is, too, no matter where you think you are already there. We don't need to get into a plane to be in this realm of existence, but that's exactly why you have to train your mind to want to fly outside the plane of existence that you're able to see. And these are all divine practices. These are all celestial practices that you are able to do. But, excuse me, how are you doing them? How are you doing it? When I say it, I mean that. So for the second one, there are no gatekeepers that are able to board your dreams and stop you from going to the border that you're able to lucid dream in. And the thing is, too, when you're in the astral, celestial, quantum, and ethereal realms, the laws that they have gravitated and placed upon, or like, so basically the laws that humanity has basically, pay your bills, pay your bills, pay your taxes, or else take your kids to school, or else take your kids to school, or else take your kids to our concentration camp, or else you're going to suffer for it. That's basically, we don't get constrained by that. Like, we laugh at stuff like that when the beings that, or the hybrids that have placed these different laws to dissolve our our consciousness. Now it's like we laugh at stuff like that, because it's like, you're trying to put me in the chokehold, telling me what to submit, telling me what to submit to, but why would I submit to what doesn't actually exist according to your laws? Because you don't even follow your laws, but in the physical, you are putting me in a chokehold because I don't want to follow your way of living through the law of the nature that you are unconscious to. So because of that, there can't be a border in my lucid dream, because how am I here right now? So it's like, what? It's like 11 something right now. No, so basically it's 22:42, so like 11. But over there in my other time zone in Georgia, it's probably like, what, 6, maybe 7, 8 right now. So because of that, the will that you have in divinity and your intentions will determine where you go on your path. So I'm gonna say it again. The will you have in divinity, because not even just free will, but the will that you have in order to put in the work. Because you got to have a different type of fire or different type of edge to want to get up, like, take naps, but get up when everybody else is asleep. You're still constantly working. You're still constantly thinking of videos. There's nothing on TV for me to really watch. It's just on just to pass time. But when I was laying here earlier, just resting, because we were just traveling, just, walking. And the thing is, too, people walk all over the place here. And that's actually very healthy. So you're not going to find a fat person here. No offense to people who are overweight, but let's just keep it a buck. There really aren't fat people here. And then that's really the beautiful thing, because I was just like, damn, you really have to damn near walk all over the place, depending on where you are located and all that. But they got subways under my feet, subways on top. They got planes. You got Uber boats. Have you seen an Uber boat before? You have not. They also got these buses, these taxis. They got those the bus. So it's like that red thing, the red bus or trolley, whatever the case may be. But me having pure intentions, and not only that, just seeing myself still doing my purpose no matter where I'm located, that's just me showing my will and divinity that's able to guide me towards a different path, because the border can't keep me stuck from what I want to learn in. When I went to go see Big Ben, I understood that was a Saturnalian timekeeper. So I'm gonna make a video on all of that, so I am gonna explain into that. But yeah, so the first one, your mind will transcend what a passport is, because your solar awareness does not need to be in a plane to transcend the vehicle that you're consciously living in. The second one, you have to transcend the borders that your dreams will keep you behind, and examining yourself to want to be in, but you're not being in there because there's a barrier blocking you, it's a veil blocking you from actually seeing where you can go. But if you don't know where you're going, if you don't have a certain value or priority that you need to be focusing on, you're not going to you're not going to get into a plane of existence that you want to explore or just tour or even go see for yourself or with your family. The next one, before you go to bed, you need to set the initial location that you want to exist in. Before you go to bed, you need to see, set, locate, envision, and you need to make sure that you are able to experience the intention before you are going to bed. Because as you are going to bed, the intention that you are sleeping on now becomes the reality that you are lucidly experiencing yourself in. For example, how I was able to do this. Because all I can do is speak from experience. I'm going to give you an example too in my journal. So, okay. Yeah, I'm in my journal. My fault, y'all. Okay, it's not this page. Because right now I'm about to show y'all my affirmation. Bingo. Okay. So it's April 6th. Or it's really, yeah, April 6th. But here we go. I am grateful to make videos in London. March 11th, 2025. 999 is my practice. And I am grateful to make videos in London. 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 Saying that 9 times since this point. Here we are today. Can't make it up. And thing is too, I would definitely go outside. But for one, it's like 45 degrees outside. I was out there earlier, my hands were freezing. But it's not cold, it's just windy. And that wind is very uncomfortable. I had tears come in my eyes every time I would blink, try to wipe it. That was just very annoying. But, and also me being a tourist, you know, you can't get your phone snatched, and then I don't got time to be chasing nobody through the streets of London from my phone, bro. I just don't got time for it. But yeah, so now when you're doing that, just the way you pray or meditate, you got to set the intention like you do with your prayers or your meditation session. The way you smoke weed, the way you drink, the way you read your Bible, the way you go to school, the way you go to work, the way you play your favorite TV show when you come home from work or for school, the way you play the game, the way you stay on the phone, the way you're dedicated into doing things that may not serve you a higher purpose. You have to set that intention with the lower vibration that you're living in. Set that intention for being in a different terrain land like you do with a prayer or being mindful through meditation. And I say that because, for one, the altar that you are worshiping or dedicating yourself to, so an altar can be anything, honestly, but your subconscious mind is the altar. And not only that, the thing that you offer, the mind has to create. The subconscious mind is the altar. The things that you offer the subconscious mind is what it will create. I offered my mind a resolution that we're going to be in. And my mind was just like, okay, let's create that. That's why even in my group chat on Instagram, I put that background of Paris as well, because I'm going to be going there as well. Or will I? I ain't going to say it on camera because somebody behind closed doors can set a negative intention to block off my whole radiation or my whole frequency, but you'll see it for yourself. But when you're doing that, you are able to now alchemize the harmony of the mind, being able to alter itself into a different way of being because you set your intentions into where you want to be. That means that I dedicated so much time, so much effort, so much consistency, sleepless nights being where I am today. And you think I had time to chill? No. We still had to keep on working. We still had to make sure that we are doing or dedicating ample time into being better for ourselves so that we can come back again one day. Maybe you and I can be here. Maybe you can be here. I would love to see a video where a lot of you are just traveling and you're able to express what you still continue to love doing. So just because you're in a different land doesn't mean you stop working. You have to keep on doing what you came here to do. So it's like I could sit here and be in bed watching videos or just walking around doing nothing, but that doesn't serve me any good because the thing is, so we got a gym in this hotel. So when I'm doing these videos, I'm finna go work out, just do what I gotta do because we still have to be great. Greatness does not take time to sit and rest on what it wants to be developed into. Greatness does not waste time on being mediocre. Being great does not result in you relaxing for a little bit and being complacent with your relaxation. No, greatness will tell relaxation, you can relax all you want, but I'm going to get myself up and I'm going to place my thoughts into a working environment. And it may not be the working environment that you're used to seeing at home by constantly being on a certain schedule, but you're still creating a schedule for yourself, because when you're dedicated into seeing your purpose it's facing you every single day, nothing can stop you, because there is no border or a gatekeeper that can stop you from reaching your destination that you're already living in. When you're offering your subconscious mind the notes or just even the visions that you are able to see, you're now sacrificing the visions that you're seeing today and you're putting it for the future, meaning that the present does not matter to me, because the thing that I can see is the observation of all timelines together. Have you been into a terrain land to where beings are stuck in the past, where they're living in the present and the future, enslaved to their future? That's why you have to be able to envision that and write these things down. I can't make it up. You see, it's 9999. Literally saying it, sleeping on it. And the thing when I say sleeping on it, because I know people need examples, so sleeping on it. You feel me? That's sleeping on it. Because whenever you're doing that, now it's like, for the fourth one, you're able to be the commander of your dream state of lucid dreaming. You're the commander of experiencing and navigating the dream in your lucid dream. Because all you did was slept on the intentions that you're setting yourself forward to want to see. Not only just see, but you're experiencing. I can still see me and my guardian just walking and just emitting the excitement of actually being in a land that has really no color, no pun intended. When you go here, you may feel out of place if you look like me, but that's what keeps you in place, because it's like you own the place, you own this land, you have created it. And the thing is too, it's literally like looking into modern New York, because of course that's where the British Empire took their vision and they placed it into Babylon. So it's like, if they're doing that, if hybrid beings are moving forward with keeping time stuck in the past, what are you doing to heal your past and build for the future to help you consciously win the warfare in the present moment? We're still in spiritual warfare physically, not spiritually or consciously. Now for the fourth one, commanding the dream. By you being the god of this dreamscape or this dream-like land that we are living in and we physically are experiencing, we gotta understand that, for one, you have to be able to tell your spirit where you want to go. Set the intention of, I command to be here right now. I demand being here right now. I am thankful to be here now. As you're doing that, you're watching the universe submit to the voice that you never had to use sound for. You're allowing the universe to submit or bow down to the voice that you never needed sound to use. You never needed sound to actually say where you want to be, because all you're doing is just saying it mentally. You're telling London, you're telling Africa, you're telling Egypt, you're telling Russia, you're telling China, you're telling Canada, South America. You're telling these entities or these celestial embodiments of terrain lands, you're telling them, and the spirit that gatekeeps it, borders it, and you're telling your mind that borders you from actually seeing and being aligned with that frequency. You have to be able to radiate the command, not the commandment, but the commanding nature of where you want to be. Telling your ego, I am here right now. Or you can say, the consciousness observing my spirit, take me to this place right now. What for? When you give a reasoning to not the galactal, but a quantum, I'll say a quantum mirage. When you speak to the quantum mirage of quantum frequencies, take me to this place right now. What for? I want to be able to see my purpose and what I had to learn when I get to this destination. You shall receive. Go ahead. Move forward. When you move forward, you'll now be able to see what many people are not seeing. By you bringing that message to people's present moment, you'll now be able to help them understand, oh, that's what he's talking about. I want to go there one day. See, why are you talking like that? You're not commanding it. You have to command where you are right now in this dreamlike state. We are the gods of this realm, mentally, by the way, not physically. Because if you were God, why can't you teleport here instantly? Why do you have to pay for a flight to get here? But our solar awareness does not have to pay for what we are. We are planes. We are flight. We take flight every day with our mind. So why are we paying to fly within our mind? Why is our mind experiencing what we already experienced? Why do we have to fly physically in order to get to a destination that we're already experiencing spiritually and consciously? Now, that leads me to the last one as well. But you have to command that, because when you're commanding the destination that you are instantly dreaming in, the fifth one will now help you understand that you have to be able to not only manifest, but you have to be able to visualize, you have to see, you have to feel, you have to be able to embody, you have to be able to not only embody, but you have to like attract this vision. When you attract this vision, you will be able to attract yourself through the vision that you are already experiencing yourself to being in. Meaning that the things that you see, whatever you see in your dream, when you lay on the bed or you're on the floor as well, because the floor is actually better for your back anyway. For some people they'll argue, but the floor is actually better, because before you got a bed, what were you sleeping on? You sleep on the floor. When you have a vision that you're setting yourself into, you're able to magnetize and attract yourself into that vision. You're now seeing how you're able to awaken in life, because whatever you're seeing by sleeping on your intention, sleeping on your envisioning, by you doing that, you awaken into actually being here. So even though I'm awake being in a whole different land, I'm still asleep to the landmark that I haven't been marked in, but I'm already marked physically by their hybridization of manufacturing for consciousness. And then on top of that, when you are traveling to a dreamlike state, it's like rehearsing for the path of destiny. When you're traveling through your different dreams, it's like you're envisioning something that many gatekeepers don't really tell you, because it's basically helping you see that when you're rehearsing for divinity through your own will, the divine laws, outlaws, and these outcasts will be able to cast your spells and your spell casting into a realm that you're already being in, because on the path of destiny, you were aligned to being there. Because look at your intentions, look at your daily lifestyle, look at how you're living, look at how you're doing things for your family outside of yourself. You sacrifice not only a part of yourself, because I don't mean on the aspect of killing and all that, but by you giving away like your heart, actually no, by you giving away free time, by you giving away time being on the phone or at the club party, just hanging out, you take that time that you're seeing other people enjoy, you're using that time, alchemizing it and saying, I have fun working for what I can already experience in the future. When you're in your 30s, go have fun and go party, go do what you gotta do, still keep working, we got a job to do. So just because you're traveling, going wherever, doesn't mean that you actually just sit here and remain comfortable. No, we don't remain comfortable in lies, because these lies that you remain comfortable in won't help you evolve or involve yourself into being into a vision that you are already experiencing physically and spiritually and consciously and mentally as well. And overall, that's really all I got for the key points. But I really appreciate y'all for even tuning in and listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all the people who are new here, and thank you for taking time out of your day to having a great Sunday. And never let somebody's circumstances or somebody's vision or path get you discouraged. Never let somebody's results make you feel less than. Never let somebody's purpose make you feel as if you don't have a purpose to live in. We all can do the same exact things. We just choose not to, because we're comparing. We're comparing, and we're not actually doing a comparison with our results. We're comparing with other people's results that they worked on in the past, but you're not comparing your past results with your present results right now. That can actually guide you and levitate you towards the future that you are able to embody. If you can't embody your future by healing your past presently, then what are you being present in? You're just going to keep being stuck in the state that you're living in right now. And the thing is too, the states back in the USA, all those states are just states of mind anyway. If you can't even transcend your mind outside of your own state or your own neighborhood or your own city, you can't go outside the country. Duh. So how will you envision it? How will you write it down? How will you sleep on it? How will you visit the land that you're already living in right now? Have a great and divine day, divine reflection.